Welcome to Southern River Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson. Each week, an inside look into sports, into wellness, and into fitness. Well, this week, the spotlight shines bright on Aquinas High School with two of the finest student athletes, both seniors. With me this week, Macy, Donarski, Jacy, Weisbrod. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Been following you for quite a while, as you know. Let's start with what just finished the volleyball season. You had another successful season, 29-6. Just 2 weeks ago, you lost to Unity in the sectional final. I'm sure that wasn't a happy day, but you had a good season. I happened to talk to Coach Danielle George a little bit about you two. Start with Macy, senior setter, 47 kills, 53 service aces, pretty impressive statistics, surpassed 1,000 career assists. You did. And those statistics are nice, but what's really, I think, the most important part is that your coach said that you set yourself apart from other setters just because of your athleticism, but because of your ability to like run marathons in your matches, she said, and your hittable balls, but you're a leader and a motivator. So a lot of nice things. Reflect on your season, Macy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a super successful season, but also a really fun one, and I think that comes from Coach Nelly and just the culture she's created for our program. So I think the way we were able to tie fun into winning is something special.
Well, when you think of Aquinas, you certainly think of multiple sports with excellence, volleyball being one of them. And throughout your whole career, did you accomplish everything you wanted?
Well, I do have 1 year left, so I'm hoping for a run to state in the volleyball world.
This year, you were one game short of getting there, but that'll change next year, right?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
And then our senior, nice things that Coach George said about Macy, and of course, about Jacy, and all of your statistics will be revealed with the entire media here shortly because of what you've accomplished, both of you. But you had 90 aces, you've 246 kills, you do everything that she asks of you. It's incredible some of the things that you've done with your leadership, Coach George says.
Yeah, I think this year was a lot of fun. I liked our whole team just got along super well with each other, so it was a lot of fun to play, and it was fun to get to win with them too.
And you're ninth in the state in all divisions, according to my research. You led the MBC in kills, and statistically throughout the state of Wisconsin, both of you right on top. Everything you wanted to do in your years of playing as a Blue Gold?
I think what Macy said, like, it would have been nice for us to get to state this year, but I think overall I was really proud of all that we did in the last 4 years too. I was really happy with what we could get done. So in a way, yes, but there's still some things that we left unfinished that hopefully we can finish that.
There seems to be, when I would watch your volleyball and watch track and field, watch your basketball, there seems to be some special bonding between your teammates, and I can see it on the floor. And kind of talk about the culture of Aquinas athletics. Can you, Macy?
Yeah, I think first our school does a really great job of instilling that leadership and faith aspect into us. So I think that for sure carries over to the court or the field. And I know we are blessed with a bunch of really great coaches that also pull that out of us each and every day. So
let's go back to kind of pivot back to when you were introduced to sports. Now, it's obvious you come from a family of athletes. Any reflections of how you got introduced to athletics?
Oh gosh, I think I've known of basketball since before I can even remember. Ever since I was little, they tell stories of just me with my ball and my crib. So athletics has always been a big part of who I am, and I think being introduced to it as a young age, just my love for sports has continued to grow. So
But student first, athlete second.
Yes.
Because you're a 4.0 student and you're a standout in the classroom. Is that an expectation from home?
That is an expectation. With the mom as a teacher, you know, she always just wants me to do my best in the classroom, and that's a standard I've set for myself too. So. And
Jacy too. Well, your athleticism certainly in two sports and beyond, but you started when you were real young too.
Yeah. Like same with Macy, what she said. I think the first thing I knew was probably basketball, and I just remember I was shooting with my dad and my sister ever since I was young, and I was introduced to like very quality coaches. I've been playing with Macy since I was in kindergarten. She was in preschool, and we were always playing up on teams. So we got a ton of we've been competitive since then too. So it's definitely been a lot of fun.
Honor Society too.
Yeah.
Talk about your academics at Aquinas.
I definitely think it's challenging, but it's in the best way possible. I think that they're really good at getting us ready for the next level, whether it just be college or whatever else you want to do.
Favorite class?
Oh gosh, I don't know. This year I've been enjoying AP Bio.
Very tough class, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's a fun one.
Favorite class for Macy?
Probably pre-calc. Yeah. Or my mom's geometry class my freshman year.
We're talking about, certainly there's an emphasis in the mission statement, Aquinas, that talks about developing servant leaders as you grow older, academics first, sports second, being a leader in the community. Tony Dungy talks about athletes being on a platform, high expectations. Is that a challenge?
I would say it's something you definitely have to focus on, but the materials presented from our school for us make it a little bit less challenging, but you do need to take that to heart and realize that people are always holding you to a higher standard as an athlete.
When you walk around the school or in your community and so on, Jacy, people know your name from basketball and volleyball, and they realize that you have high standards, which we know. Is that difficult to be on display?
I don't think, not really. For me, kind of just goes back to like what my parents raised me to be, the values they hold. So I don't think it's really difficult having people know who you are and having people recognize you. I think it's kind of the fun part of sports that come with all the hard work and stuff like that. So I'd say not really.
Macy Donarski and Jacy Weisbrod, my guests this week. Well, basketball practice, as we tape the show here on Tuesday, November 9th, basketball practice started yesterday. I'm sure you had workouts prior to that. I looked at the game schedule. Saturday, November 20th in Beaver Dam as you begin the 21-22 season. Tough opponents along the way. I know at the St. Thomas Academy tournament, and then the Watertown Holiday Classic, and of course we'll be doing the Midwest Players Classic too. So the schedule is very strong, isn't it, Macy?
Yeah, I think strength of schedule is something we've always prided ourselves on. And I think it really benefits us towards the end of the season, too. So I'm really looking forward to all the tough games that we'll be playing this year.
Does any of them circled on your calendar?
Germantown. I'm really excited for that one. And I'd say our first one against Lakeland is a big one for me just because I've played AAU with this girl and her sister. So I'm excited for that, too. Germantown.
And in Watertown at the Holiday Classic, I noticed on December 28th. So you've already looked at that, the schedule, circled that day. Well, you had such a great season too, Jacy. We're going to talk about your stats, but looking at your schedule too, looking at the schedule, does anything stand out to you?
I think Germantown's a big one. I'm really excited to play. I don't know if you know KK Arnold. She's one of the best juniors in like the entire country, so I think that'll be exciting to get to play against her. And then also the Midwest Players Classic. I'm looking forward to playing at the Lacrosse Center.
what a showcase of talent in lacrosse to see both the boys and girls at the Midwest Players Classic, no doubt about it. Well, and Macy, three-sport athlete, we know your accomplishments in basketball and volleyball and track and field. Any favorites? I guess I know the answer to that, huh?
Yeah, I would say basketball is my favorite, but I think both volleyball and track benefit me in a bunch of different ways, even off the court too. So
basketball all-conference state runner-up in 2021. Both of you WBCA all-star, all-state team, conference champs. You've done about everything, and the best is probably yet to come.
I'm looking forward to it.
And the same thing with Jacy. You've accomplished everything too so far, and you have a big season ahead of you. But we're going to step aside just for a minute, take a break. When we come back, more here on Seven River Sports.
When you're faced with the decision of selecting a monument to honor someone dear to you, call Lewiston Monuments for a no-obligation consultation. Lewiston Monument is a full-service monument company, serving families in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin for over 4 generations. You'll find beautiful granite, marble, and bronze memorials, all at competitive prices. Their experts can help you design the perfect and unique memorial. Lewiston Monument. Call today or on the web at lewistonmonument.com.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to Seven River Sports. This week, the spotlight on Aquinas High School with junior Macy Donarski. I said senior early on, but we don't want to fast forward that too quickly. And senior Jacy Weisbrod. Just hitting the wires, by the way, not revealed anywhere but on this show, is 2021 Volleyball Player of the Year. What do you think of that? I mean, when you look at volleyball players in this area and you see Holman's success in the postseason, that's quite an honor. Mm-hmm. What was your thought when that was revealed?
I was happy. I mean, our coach kind of told us at like an interesting time, but I was just, I don't know, a lot of emotions, I think. It was just exciting to hear that.
Yeah, well, now that's behind you, and again, we were talking a little bit about basketball. We want to congratulate you on that honor. One thing I noticed in your profile, Macy, too, is you were on a national championship AAU team. That must have been quite a memory.
It was a really great experience. Yeah, this summer in Pennsylvania, we had the opportunity to win the Under Armour National Championship, so that was something I'll forever cherish.
Yeah. Talk about that. I mean, what were the teams that were involved in that?
I mean, when you get to those tournaments, it's the best of the best. So being able to play against people more athletic than you, taller than you, with really great skill sets, I think that just will help benefit me in the high school season too. So
both of you are leaders, of course. We talked about that. You're in Impact. One of the things I noticed. Share with our viewers what Impact is.
No, okay. Impact's an organization through our high school that deals with a lot of community service and gives you the opportunity to give back to the community that's given so much to you. So we are able to attend meetings and learn about events that we can go to help serve. So, yeah. And
you're a big part of that too, Jacy.
Yeah, I do. Some of the events that they schedule are I think they're really helpful to our community. So.
You know, looking at statistics from last year too, and we talked about that in our broadcast, Jacy, you led the state in three-point shots. And of course, I know you've really worked hard on your three-point shot. You've worked extra hours on that. Talk about the mechanics of the three-point shot.
For me personally, I think it is important to just like take it step by step, especially when I'm kind of in a slump, just to go over, get into the gym, and just to remember I like just getting my hand where it needs to be on the ball and getting it up straight and making sure the right spin's on the ball. I think that's a really important thing for me. So just like muscle memory is really important when it comes down to stuff like that.
And you have an assortment of skills too, Macy, and one of them is beating players off the dribble, going to the basket and then pulling up. I mean, you can do a lot of things with the ball, anticipating on defense, creating turnovers. And so your game is complete too. What do you think your strengths are?
Yeah, I'd say you hit it kind of. Just beating my kid off the dribble and being able to see if I should score it or find a great three-point shooter like Jacy, and we got a lot of those on our team, so it's made it really easy for me to do my job.
What are the things you're working on to improve for this season?
Yeah, I think a big thing for me in this off season has been working on my perimeter game. I think everyone's always anticipating the drive right away, so I think being able to shoot some more pull-ups, just like jabbing threes right away instead of always attacking will be a new change for me this year.
Jacy, do you have personal goals for yourself for this last year?
I know a big one is personal, but as a team too. I know Macy and I share the same one. To get a gold ball this year, I think is probably one of the biggest things that's been fueling all of our work in the off season. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. We'll get the chance to do that, and yeah, just trying to improve overall.
Big week for both of you, but particularly Jacy, the senior. This is the week as we tape the show on November 9th. This is your signing week at Northern Colorado and Greeley Bears, playing in the Big Sky Conference.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah, at 3:15.
Talk about that recruiting process. And you had a lot of schools that were looking at your skill set.
I know that for a lot of people, the recruiting process is it's kind of like an uphill battle. It's difficult sometimes, and it's rewarding at other times. But I'm just really glad. I think I found the school that that I really like, and that they are a good fit for me, playing style and coaching-wise. I'm really excited to be a part of that next year.
I looked at the schedule this year that some pretty challenging opponents.
Yeah, yeah.
That Big Sky.
I think they play Arizona State tonight too, and then the Big Sky, of course. Yeah, it's a pretty good conference.
And a beautiful part of the country too.
Yeah.
Well, this was revealed not too long ago too, with Macy going to play for Lisa Stone, one of my favorite coaches, when she was at UW-Eau Claire, and then at Wisconsin, and at St. Louis University in the Atlantic 10. How did that materialize?
Coach Stone, the first conversation I had with her was, I want you now, and she offered me with the first conversation I've ever had with her. So I think ever since then, just the confidence she's had in me has been something that's always caught my eye. So being able to finally make that commitment was really big.
Yeah, she's got an attractive personality, to say the least. And she's a motivator. She's full of class. She's a class act from head to toe. Were there other schools that you looked at too?
Yeah, this summer I spent a lot of time looking at other schools and finding what I like and what I don't like and finding the right fit for me.
And in the long run, after college, occupational therapist, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now.
Well, good. So, role models. You mentioned your sister, which I know she's doing well, and Matt Thomas. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think Lexi and Matt are people I would consider to be, well, Lexi is my sibling, but Matt, I would say the same thing to him. And the way that they show hard work and how successful that they are really proves to me the amount of work needed to be at the highest possible level. So.
And And of course, big role models doesn't surprise me at all for you, Jacy. Mom and Dad.
Yeah, my dad next door, he's definitely been a huge inspiration in my life. Like, he's probably one of the hardest working people that I've ever met. And after he spends like 16 hours in office, he'll always ask me if I want to go shoot around at the Y or something. So I think I really appreciate how invested he's been in this whole process in sports and especially academics too. He gets on me for that too, and I appreciate the level of high standard that he holds me to.
And I would assume that when you get out to Greeley, Colorado, that Mom and Dad will be at as many games as they can make.
Yeah, my dad's even looking at like practices in Colorado too. That I know that they're just super excited. We went out there like 3 times this summer, and my mom and my dad especially just kind of fell in love with the area. So I think they're super excited for me. So they're looking forward to coming visiting.
What's special about Macy Donarski and Jacy Weisbrod is for young people watching the show, they're more than just athletes. They're deep. They care about their community. They care about their school. They care about their reputation. And this really caught my eye. Jacy Weisbrod, her favorite saying, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," from the book of Philippians.
Yes, I know that one. I think Coach Dave has really gotten that in my mind too, because when we have FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, we do that once a week after practice, and I know that definitely is a huge thing that we always say. So as a team too, that's a really big thing for us.
And similar with Macy, live in gratitude, which is all through the Bible, of course, and all through the mission statement of Aquinas. Live in gratitude, be grateful for your friends, your family, your health, and all those things. Is that who you are?
Yeah, I think that's something I continually work on too, is just being grateful for everything that I've been given and helping others with all those gifts.
All of us have had disappointments. What's your biggest disappointment, Macy?
I would say in the sports world, my biggest disappointment, gosh, I can't even decide between losing at state or not getting to play our state games. So I think just the feeling of emptiness after that is a disappointment I'll hold with me forever.
I remember that day when word came that it was going to be canceled. Has COVID changed who you are?
I think, yeah, for sure. I think COVID's changed who I am, and with that favorite saying too, it just reminds you to be grateful for every day that you have and everything that you have.
And you referenced in your profile that losing last year and then getting canceled in 2020 was 2 big disappointments in your life.
Yeah, it did leave, it kind of just left a big hole in my heart, but it was really good fuel, I think, for the last couple of months, just to push myself to work even harder so that doesn't happen again.
Everything happens for a reason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, that's how you looked at it?
I think so, yeah, and I know that we're all super motivated to get back there and to hopefully finish what we started last year.
Advice for young people watching the show that someday want to be a student athlete at your level, what would you say to them, Macy?
I'd say all it takes is hard work. You need to want it more than your opponent, and you need to understand and be willing to give all that hard work every single day and keep pushing yourself to get better.
And Jacy, you're speaking to the Blessed Sacrament group of kids in 5th, 6th grade. What are you going to say to them?
Probably just keep working. I know even if you have some letdowns, you can't really let that affect you. If you're disappointed in yourself, just use that as drive to just keep working harder. Work harder than you think you need to, and I think you can get where you need to, where you think you'll need to be.
When you're not practicing sports or you're not doing your homework, what does Macy like to do?
That does take up a lot of my time, but in the summers, we're out on the boat and jet skis as much as we can, and then obviously just spending time with my friends too.
Good, and I see Jacy Weisbrod walking once in a while and hiking. That's what you enjoy doing, don't you?
Yeah, I live really close to Hickson too, so I know my parents are always out there. Sometimes I get to join them, so I really like being out there, being on the bluffs.
What I admire about young people now, they take their athletics a lot more serious than maybe decades ago in terms of nutrition, cross training, and so on. And I think that kind of describes both of you too.
I would say, as for cross training, I think playing 3 sports has been big for me, and getting educated about nutrition is also a really valuable resource that we have. So it's definitely something I began to focus in on more, especially as I started high school, and just continuing to get in the weight room, eat right, and yeah.
Same thing with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nutrition is certainly a focal point of being an accomplished athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, well, we are going to be broadcasting a lot of your games this coming season, so we look forward to seeing you on the court, and we appreciate you being on the show. Guests this week, Macy Donarski and Jacy Weisbrod. Good luck, and thanks for being on the show, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be back with some closing thoughts right after this.
With our busy lives, it's a comfort to know that we can still remember loved ones in a traditional way with a monument. Lewiston Monuments in Lewiston, Minnesota has been helping families purchase a monument for over 4 generations. You'll find a large selection of beautiful granite, marble, and bronze monuments, all at competitive prices. And they're a full-service company, so they also do straightening, cleaning, and repair of monuments. Stop in or call for a no-obligation consultation, or visit lewistonmonument.com for more information.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Well, Rick and I were in Wisconsin Rapids on Friday to cover our Blue Goals in the state semifinals, as the opponent was Wittenberg-Burnawood. The Blue Goals trailed 6-0 at the half and could have been a greater deficit if not for a pair of tremendous goal line stands. The only score in the first half, quarterback Ben Weselowski to wide receiver Caden Schmidt. In the second half, quarterback Jackson Flotmeyer orchestrated an impressive drive, leading to a 7-yard run. Then a 2-point conversion pass to Quinn Miskalski. Ben Weselowski answered on a 70-yard home run pass to Ben Fraza before Flotmeyer, using his legs again, for a 2-yard run. Joe Pankey, a 2-yard run conversion for the PAT, and 16-12 Blue Goals at the end of 3. 2 TDs by the Blue Goals fullback, Calvin Hargrove, in the fourth quarter. Jesus Gonzalez ended the scoring for the Chargers on a 2-yard run. And for the first time since 2007, the Blue Goals in the state finals, playing Mayville at Camp Randall on Thursday at 4 p.m. We will be there to bring you the action on our radio affiliate, Magic 97.9. Final, Blue Goals 28 and Wittenberg-Burnawood 18. Well, that does it this week here on Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson, hoping that you will have an active and a healthy week ahead.